Hello everybody and welcome to the King Leo Show. I'm your host, King Leo. I wasn't on time today, okay? But I was earlier than I'm usually late, okay? I'm trying my best. I'm fighting my biology to get here on time, all right? Can a spick breathe, please? Can a Hispanic man breathe in this country? I'm already getting chased around by ICE all the time. Let me check the audio here. Yes, our audio is good. Can a Hispanic man breathe just for a minute, please? I'm trying to make the show on time. Okay, I was early yesterday. I deserve some grace. I got the wetback genes, and I'm not gonna be on time all the time. All right, it's just gonna happen. You're gonna have to accept it. All right, I'm sorry. That's just the truth. All right. Let's make sure our chats here are live. All right, how's everybody doing? Very cryptic chat that I pinned. We live in a twilight world, and let's get this out of the way. I might say it again because people will roll in. We have to have a Baudrillardian greeting, my friends. I said it in today's video, which was about Bonnie Blue, our hero. And I'm going to steal this directly from Christopher Nolan himself. Why would I not steal from a master hypnotist like him? And we're going to just rip off the Tenet greeting.
Twilight world. We live in a twilight world. We live in a twilight world.
And there are no friends at dusk.
That's our greeting, okay? If you're a real Baudrillardian, you will greet someone with this, all right? We have to identify each other in the wild, man. We cannot be with the normie. All right, let's get into it today, man. I think the show's actually organized pretty well. I Hate Everything was saying he wanted some Nick Fuentes content. And ironically, we got some good stuff. We have to start, though. Dude, my light is in the way. It's when I say we live in hell, I mean it, man. We really do live in hell. All right, at least that's not blocking you guys. There we go. All right, so we have to start with Schizo Watch as usual. We have to watch our schizos, our country go crazy, so... All right, we have to start with Schizo Watch. Let's start and catch up with what we didn't get to watch yesterday. This is Palmer Luckey, for those that don't know, enemy of the channel, my personal nemesis. All right, not a great guy. Okay, weapons contractor, not a great guy. Okay, and he's making the case. This is a big Trump supporter, one of the guys who gave him the most money earliest, that teenagers should be having kids. All right. Bold opening. Let's see how you do with it, Palmer Luckey. Let's see.
In their early 20s, right? Then their early 30s. Just by...
Oh, what are you talking about? 20s. Look at this mainstream NPC. No. Kids should be having kids when they're in their teens. That's when they're supposed to have them. Now you could argue that maybe there's a reason to stretch it out a little bit, but if we're just talking about physical ability and depth of energy, let's not be politically correct. Let's just admit you're supposed to be having kids when you're 16, 17, 18 and be done by the time in your 20s so that you can have your kids working on the farm by the time you're in your 40s.
Yeah.
I mean, I regret not having kids even at the age of 33. I regret not having them earlier because I'm like, geez, this would have been so much easier when I was younger. I've been with my wife since we were 15 though. So it's a lot easier for me. When people are like, oh, but Palmer, how do you know it's the right person? I'm like, geez, we should have just obviously had kids when we were 16. It would have worked out just fine.
Adquick.com.
All right. Very bold statement from Palmer Luckey. There's something... Look, obviously, is he right? You're probably going to have kids when you're younger. This is why we had a teen pregnancy problem in this country. Okay, that's probably why. Because it's natural. All right. I don't think that it's a good idea to promote this. I think I'm a feminist, man. Her body, her choice. People should have kids when they want to have kids or not have kids at all. I am not a materialist, all right? I am not. I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to live your life. But what I think is the deeper issue here is that Palmer Luckey, like all of these tech guys, they know that they are erasing meaning from the world. They are erasing it. It's going away. And in order to keep you hooked, in order to keep you on there, they want to push you towards something material, in this case, children. I'm not saying that children are bad. All I'm saying is that these guys are pushing you towards a certain perspective on purpose. It's because they know that a lot of people are not bought into the system. A lot of people are dropping out like flies. All right? And because of that, Palmer Luckey here is trying to get you to buy back in. And the easiest way is for you to have a kid. Just because when you have a kid, you got to take care of your kid. You gotta punch the clock when you have a kid. I don't think it's a great idea to say this publicly. I mean, biologically, I guess he's right. But I don't like people telling other people how to live their lives. All right, let's continue with Schizo Watch. This one here was pretty crazy. Look at this. Look at this. Let me make it big. Netflix has developed 8 episodes of Famous Last Words, which feature interviews with famous celebrities that will only be released after their deaths. Jane Goodall was one of the already filmed interviews that they had stored away for months. So, what's pretty cool about this in some ways is that we can confirm now that we have defeated death. That human beings are above death. We do not die. We do not cease to exist. If Netflix can monetize your image, if it can monetize you after you die, that means that people never die. That means that people will continue to live on in perpetuity. So some people are saying, oh, it's creepy. Hey, we defeated death. I think that's a great accomplishment. Okay? People are not supposed to rest in the tech world. And Netflix is saving people forever. They are saving them from death. So how can we be mad about that? Let's continue with Schizo Watch. This is from my home state of Florida. Let's watch what our governor did. Our wonderful idiot governor, Cuban boot heel wearing governor.
So we got to put it on the ballot, and the voters have to approve it. It's a constitutional issue in Florida. It's not something the state derives revenue for. It's a local issue. We're trying to focus on Florida homeowners and their primary resident. People that have Airbnbs or whatever, that's separate.
Yeah.
But your personal home, you shouldn't rent it from the government. You should own it. And, you're paying taxes for 50 years, but even for young families, it's become very difficult across this country to make ends meet. Wouldn't it be great if they were able to have home ownership without having the burden of property tax that? So that's coming to a ballot near you in November of 2026, and we need 60% of Florida voters to do it. And I think it's going to be very popular, but it's also something that's not an
Day of the pillow. They are playing with that, man. Look at the quote tweet. Fuck DeSantis. Fuck old people. Boomer Holocaust now. I'm not going to endorse that position. I'm not going to endorse that. But why are they cutting property tax? They are just going to up sales tax. It's going to suck. It's going to be terrible. It is just going to drive young people more schizo. We cannot be in this society like this. This is, dude, when they bring up the Miami tax rate, the sales tax to like 14%, nope. I might go full Joker mode. How about that? I'll go Joker mode like Zoran did, according to Andrew Cuomo, as we saw yesterday. How you doing? Greetings, fellow humans. I apologize for my visceral emotions. Yes, it's all good, man. It's all good. I was in a bad headspace. I regret my behavior and asked for your forgiveness. I'm now forgiving Leo. Dude, I didn't do anything. I'm telling you. This is postmodernism, Full Hat. You have your own interpretation. Okay? I'm telling you, I wasn't trying to offend you. I was regretfully informing you that you did not have a membership because I wanted you to get one. Taupe, what's up, Taupe? Hey, Taupe, you're here. I might as well do this now, so Taupe wasn't here yesterday. We're doing the Saddam Hussein bill giveaway. If you show up in the chat between today and Thursday for our 1,000 subscriber anniversary, we're going to be giving away this bill. I'm going to frame it for you. I'm going to put a nice little citation next to it. Very poetic. First victim of the Baudrillard president of George Bush. Nah, bro, who's buying anything these days? I literally no one is buying property in Florida. It's a problem. And that's why they're doing this, but it's not going to get people to buy. Not in my opinion. The prices are too high, and they will get higher if there's no property tax. And what they should do is go after the insurance companies, but oh my God, it's just too stupid to even entertain. Which Joker? The only Joker that matters, man. Heath Ledger. We're not Jack Nicholson or Joaquin Phoenix. Do I really look like a guy with a plan? You know, the good Joker. I appreciate you, my man. I'm glad you're a part of this channel. All right, let's continue with Schizo Watch. So here we have the Zoomers, my cohort, dressing up as Nazis for Halloween.
Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out!
Don't touch him. Don't
touch me. Get the fuck out.
Don't touch him, bro.
You don't fucking wear that shit. No one here is gonna fight with that shit. Fuck you! What the fuck?
He's in my are you in my accounting class? Yeah! What up, bro? What's good, bro? How are you? Look at this guy.
Fuck you!
This is terrible.
What the fuck is your problem? I don't know what you want.
Is this serious?
Oh my god!
No, I have no idea. We're seeing you in the second. No.
What is the crime, officer? What is the crime? What is the crime? Dressing up as a national socialist? I thought we were in America. What is the crime? Dude, people are going nuts. Look, and the troll in me is like, this is funny. But I don't think that anything that elicits this reaction from other people is a good idea for the mental health of our society. All right? But I gotta say, all right, we were lost there for a second, but I think we're back. It was pretty funny. He dressed up as Fidel Castro. Was pretty hilarious. Let's see here. What's going on? Yeah, we're back. All right, we're back. Perfect. I don't know why OBS keeps doing that. I think I need to update it. It keeps reminding me to update it. Full Hat says, I'm just giving you a hard time, but dude, it's all good, man. It's all love here. It's all love here. Don't need to apologize, bro. It's all love. Robert says, motorhomes on the increase in the USA. Absolutely. People can't afford homes, dude. And in some ways, dude, I am with the WEF people. You will own nothing and be happy. Because removing, it's only after you lost everything that you're free to do anything. And that's what we need. We need to be free to do anything. So maybe home ownership was part of the scam. Home ownership is a recent invention. It's in the 50s. It's not a real thing. So can't hate it entirely. You own nothing. Nothing can hold you back. Claude says, it's going to get way worse before it even gets better. Mark, I agree, man. I agree. Let's continue with Schizo Watch. Here we have Michael Rappaport on the Zoran theme. And now he's going after his wife.
This is a bullshit artist, smiley, angry, mean motherfucker. I think behind every great terrorist-loving man is an even greater, even stronger terrorist-loving woman. Dick Stain Zoran Mandami's wife. She's nasty too. We have to take this guy down by any means necessary. First, Kung Fu Curtis Leo, drop the fuck out. Don't embarrass yourself. This is a bullshit.
I'm going to repeat this part here.
This guy down by any means necessary.
Michael Rappaport just endorsed an assassination. People just like to say shit these days, bro. They just like to say stuff. When you say by any means necessary, that means a bullet. Okay, that means ending the person's life. Michael Rappaport should be locked up for this, dude. This is a death threat. Okay, he's making fun of his wife. All right, that's not cool. I mean, it's not cool. His wife is attractive. Why are you so mad? Why are you so mad? But saying that we're going, this is like the Trump thing. We're just going to kill them. Like, dude, what are we doing here? This is crazy. By any means necessary? You know what that means. It doesn't even mean a bullet. It means a bomb, a plane. This is not okay, man. Michael Rappaport, lock him up. Lock up Michael Rappaport, dude. This is just pure evil. You can't say this. You cannot say this about someone. Tope says this actually is generous. Ron should sue. I would sue. After the election, I would sue the dude, how do you say this? Any means necessary. All right. You think that's appropriate? You think that's appropriate? I don't think it's very appropriate. Let's continue. Fuentes says, I'm not part of it, but I'm telling you, all the crazy left-wing extremism that's going on is not going good for the Democratic Party whatsoever. Dude, there's extremism on both sides. That's the problem that I see, where like people cannot chill out. People just need to chill out. Famous Camus quote. Should I kill myself or should I have a coffee? I think I'll have a coffee. All right. Now, I showed this yesterday, and I just wanted to show you that DHS had to take this down. They're beautiful. I can't even play the audio because they'll take down the video of this awesome. It was badass, dude. This badass video for ICE. It got taken down. U.S. Gov getting hit with copyright claims. I guess copyright still exists for MGMT. All right, good for them, dude. Good for them. I'm actually happy about that. Good for them. I liked when they sued, like Metallica and these artists. They sued because they were using their music to torture in Guantanamo Bay. So that's pretty cool. Let's continue. No, we don't have time for this. Here we have our Secretary of the Treasury, our Treasury Secretary, tweeting out AI slop. While she remains mostly focused on singing Don't Cry for Me, Massachusetts, and voting against paying government workers, Senator Warren has somehow also found the recent bandwidth to threaten large banks on their lending policies. She is an American Peronist, and the only thing she enjoys more than wasting your tax dollars is our nation's time. Senator, come in off the balcony. Stop raging against one of our great Latin American allies and vote to reopen the government. And he posted this slop here. Don't cry for me, Massachusetts. Dude, leave Elizabeth Warren alone. Has she not suffered? She was a smart lady, dude. I liked Elizabeth Warren. She was actually smart. And now she's gone nuts. And the Treasury Secretary is not making this any better, dude. This freaking blows, dude. I do not like this. Tope said, if there's one thing studios do not fuck with, it's music copyrights. Yeah, but why aren't the movie companies suing the Trump admin too? I don't like that. I don't like, if we're going to live in a world of IP, because we live in hell.
We live in hell. We live in the gutter.
And it's fine. Like, I've accepted it. I live in hell. It's fine. What am I going to do? Kill myself? Like, I can't do that. I'll have another coffee. All right? Famous Camus quote. But if I'm going to live in it and there is copyright law, then I'm going to obey it. But the president doesn't have to. Fuck you, man. I can't use a movie quote in my YouTube video or I'll get copyright claim. But the president can? Tope Pigeon says, I remember back when she was running in 2016. Dude, yeah, she was a smart gal. And she's just gone nuts, man. The Pocahontas thing broke her. It broke her. Full Hat says, Elizabeth Warren lied about being a minority to go to school. She literally exploited black and brown people. Yeah, dude, but her book was good. The Two Income Trap. She's a smart woman. And no player hating. We don't hate the player. Hate the game. Hate the game. YC, what's up, man? Scott Besson is right. Fuck Elizabeth Warren. All right. Here I wanted to show you for some real schizo stuff. They're going to start making video games with AI. Let's watch what it's going to look like. A great follow on Twitter, Bobby says, this is a schizophrenia simulator. Games can't become this, dude. They can't.
We live in hell. We live in the gutter.
It's a video game. And you can't even have a coherent video game anymore. People are going to go crazy. People are going to go nuts. They're going to go nuts. This is not... Dude, imagine having a schizo play this. You know how they used to say that weed causes schizophrenia in the adolescence? What the fuck is this going to cause? This is not good. It's not good. Oh my God. YC says, I don't know why she hates our great ally Argentina. You cannot criticize those who control us. Absolutely. Argentina is pulling the strings. Flat says, so Leo, you're cool with that? Interesting. I'm cool with, bro, for you, for anyone. Use the system against itself. No player hating. Push the hyper real to the limit, dude. Push it. Push it. In the words of Nietzsche, that which is falling must be pushed. Tope says, this is if Inception and COD had an unholy love child. Absolutely, man. Dude, look, I know I'm not a gamer, all right? But Call of Duty Black Ops was I'm going to let you finish, but Call of Duty Black Ops was the best video game of all time. Not the second one, the first one, best story. Best story. They're not even have to make stories anymore. It's just going to be AI slop. What's up, Aria? How you doing? How you doing? Let's see some more schizo stuff here. I have a real treat for you guys, dude. If we have time, we're going to look at the latest Piers Morgan, and it's so good. It's so fucking good, man. All right, let's see this. This is the new Jubilee. Gen Z liberal debates 20 boomer Trump supporters on Surrounded. Let's get a clip of this.
Would you be in a foxhole with Donald Trump or in a foxhole with Kamala Harris?
Anyone but Trump. He had an option to go into the foxholes, and he lied multiple times to not get drafted.
I like that he trimmed Medicaid.
$1 trillion over a decade is going to cut a bunch of people who do rely on it, who aren't scammers or fraudsters.
We need to get them
That's
healthy.
Just mathematically
we
true.
need to get them healthy. I focus on, let's get the population healthy. We got a bunch of sick people.
We're not going to do it by taking away their health care. He rotted away in an El Salvadoran prison. He had a lawful asylum claim. He had gone to the border checkpoint.
When you're trying to deport 20 million people, sometimes a few things happen.
My first claim is MAGAnomics is terrible for the economy. My next claim is Trump is an authoritarian threat to democracy. My next claim is Trump supporters are not patriotic. My final claim is Kamala Harris would have been a much better president than Donald Trump. I'm Luke Beasley. I'm surrounded by 20 boomer Trump supporters who completely disagree with me. Check it out this Sunday on Jubilee.
We live in hell. We live in the gutter.
We have to stop this, dude. We have to stop. They need to arrest the people who run Jubilee. This cannot go on, man. What is the point of this? Why are you making the boomers crazy? Leave the boomers alone. What are they doing, dude? Leave the boomer. Jubilee, dude. Xi Jinping. You know how I know Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin hate me? Because they won't send the nuke, okay? If they loved us, they would send the nuke at Jubilee's headquarters, bro. This is not appropriate. Leave the boomers alone. Leave them alone. Where are they even finding these boomers? Oh my God, dude. It's oh my God. Arya says, that which does not kill us makes us stronger. Nietzsche's a great one. A great one. He was a postmodernist in some ways. Fuad says, I can't quit you. Oh my God. No, we go with the real Heath Ledger performance, man. This town deserves a better class of criminal. Arya says, King Leo, what do you think about the Mehdi Hassan on Jubilee? I like how Mehdi argues. All right, Mehdi's been in hot water this week. I don't hate Mehdi Hassan. He's just doing his job. But I just don't like the Jubilee thing. I don't think that it was good for him or anyone else. I really don't. Because it just makes people crazy, you know? I don't like debate. I really don't like debate. I just don't. Tope says, the Gen Z guy looks like a Timu Jared from Silicon Valley. Yeah, man. He looks like Matt Rife. My God, dude. Brother, go to the club. Please. Leave the boomers alone. Go get you some shotties. Take a note from Eric Adams' playbook. Go get you some shotties. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Arya says, I thought Mehdi closed Jubilee down. The thing is, Arya, even if you win, you lose. It's like a war. It's like a war. He was in hot water because of his citizenship oath. I did not follow it. I am not good. But like, look into it, Arya. It's pretty interesting. It was something about how he didn't have to take an oath or something. All right, let's get here. This is just lighthearted. This is for my love of Mormons, okay? I love Mormons. Mormons are cool. Mormons are welcome in the channel, okay? Mormons are welcome. I love Mormons. Dude, I didn't know this. Mormons do backflips. Look at this.
Benson Boone is not the first to perform the Mormon backflip, though he's definitely one of the most famous. He's probably in competition with Brendan Urie of Panic at the Disco. Brendan also grew up Mormon and has also been known to do a backflip, like in this video while performing or in this video while on Ellen. But it's not just the famous Mormons or former Mormons who are doing the backflips. It's the normie Mormons too. There are a ton of very easy to find videos online of Mormons doing backflips. We have flipping at church camp, in the mountains. We have this video where he's flipping while wearing a suit and tie and doing jump rope. This video is from 13 years ago, so the backflipping situation has been going on for a long time. I grew up in the church and I can confirm that doing a backflip is one of the classic ways for a Mormon boy to attract a mate and to simultaneously dunk on his less athletic friends. This, put simply, is Mormon peacocking, and for me this is the athletic version of the Mormon boy that brings a guitar to—
All right. No Mormon slander. Isn't that so cool?
We live in the gutter.
No, we don't live in hell there. The Mormons live in heaven. Isn't that so cool? They do backflips. They wrote Mr. Brightside. Now she's taking a drag. Dude, come on. How can you hate these guys, bro? The Mormons, love to the Mormons, bro. For real. I would not join it, but it's so cool. It's so cool. I never learned to backflip at Catholic church. What? Sorry, guys. I don't know why OBS is acting up. Let's see. Forehat says, that's where I lose you, Leo. I cannot even imagine a world without debate or questioning something. You can question stuff, man, but I just don't like debate. Debate is really where I lose my mind, man. I don't see the value in it. I don't think people actually learn from debate. I think that it just makes people crazy. Tope says, bro needs to stop spending time in the nursing home and get some free shout. Absolutely. Why are you in the nursing home? The club is outside. Go to 11. Go to 11. I had everything says, Piers Morgan on Jubilee would be the best episode. How you doing, man? How's New York? Bro, he made his own Jubilee today. He made his own I could not believe it. If we have time, we're going to look at it. If not, we're saving it for Tuesday. He literally called it Piers Morgan surrounded by 6 woke people. It's so good. It's so good. Forehat says, maybe we need to first find out what your definition of debate is. Debate is argument, man. It's trying to convince someone. I don't like that. Thank you, Arya. I found some nice Mormon followers from that. Everything says, so she's telling me Mitt Romney can do a backflip. Dude, I guess so. Mitt Romney can do a backflip. Pretty wild. Backflips and bitches. Dude, what a better combination. Mormonism, that should be their tagline. Backflips and bitch. But they still haven't found those tablets yet. Yeah, but they say it doesn't matter. They really say it doesn't matter, which is pretty cool. This is some really crazy shit here, dude. This is what Russia today. If you don't believe that Russia is interfering in this country, I'm not saying I'm a Russiagate guy or anything. I thought that was stupid. But Russia is running an op on this country. And it's sick. Look at this. Look at what they're doing on Russia today.
Do you ever question yourself?
Why did I send Colin Powell to the UN with a weapon of mass deception in a vial when I knew Iraq had oil but no WMDs?
Did I help bomb Libya and kill Gaddafi to bury proof that it bankrolled my presidential campaign?
Did I promote COVID jabs because I set up a 35 billion euro cash injection through a secret deal with Pfizer?
who was actually running the country when I could barely walk and remember my own name.
Whose businesses did I pay off when I told Ukrainians to keep fighting and dying when they had a peace deal on the table?
Why did I keep my Nobel Peace Prize even after bombing 7 countries during my presidency? Because, yes, I can.
The truth is that we never actually question any of this.
And we're only doing it now
because RT generated this video and made us say so.
While RT has been asking such questions for 20 years.
Dude, when I went to Europe a couple of years ago was the first time that I had been after the Russian war started, right? I think I went like a year after to watch the Formula One races. It rained, dude. I didn't get to watch Spezia. I only got to watch Monaco, and that one sucks. I don't know if there's any Formula One fans, but that one sucks, all right? Team Cadillac, by the way, because they have the only Latino Formula One driver. All right. And they had banned Russia Today because of the war. And I think it's time that they ban it here. And they shouldn't ban it for political reasons. They should ban it for AI slop. You don't get to post AI slop, okay? Russia Today, AI slop is just ruining the world. Everything that is beautiful is being destroyed by Russia Today's AI slop. They need to stop this. It's not allowed. It's obviously a subversive campaign. Dude, Russia. Anna Paulina Luna, what do you have to say about this? Just ridiculous. Ridiculous. You were right, Arya, about the Hakeem Jeffries thing. Pretty interesting. What did you know? Did you bet on that, Arya? Archie, that channel was in Ecuador too. Yeah, they're everywhere. And I started to have a problem with them. I never had a big Russia hawk thing. And then I was like, dude, these people are kind of trying to divide the country and make people crazy. So yeah, I think they should ban this stuff, man. AI slop is not allowed. Fuad says, but it wasn't without a struggle. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I everything says the KGB would have loved AI. Dude. And that's why Putin loves it, I bet. He really does. This is, I have big news. Let's watch this first. I have big news. This is Patrick Bet David reacting to some AI slop as if it's real.
I can tell which of you use ChatGPT. I'm going to pass your resume to McDonald's. Oh my God. I told you the only AI allowed on this campus is Study Fetch.
I feel for him, partly because there's a massive disruption going on in any English class. But you know what that screaming is for? Listen, man, you're about to be replaced. AI is going to do a better job teaching than you. It's just the truth. And it sucks.
Dude, it's an AI video.
Use ChatGPT. I'm going to pass your resume to McDonald's. Oh my.
But people are making fun of PBD because they don't see the vision. Okay? They haven't been to the top of the Assyrian mountain. I have seen the vision. And the reality is, if it gets clicks, it gets clicks, bro. It doesn't matter if he knows it's AI or if he doesn't. It doesn't matter if the audience knows or they don't. We're watching. We're watching to make fun or to experience. What's the difference? When you're facing a loaded gun, what's the difference? Great movie, The Departed. That's a great one. PBD, man. Master. A master. And I have to, I'll actually show you this now. I may not stream next Thursday because, dude, I got a ticket to the American Business Forum. Let me show you what, this is the griftiest shit I've seen in my life. Look at this. This is PBD promoting it. Trump is going to be there supposedly. A bunch of people. Let's watch. Look at this.
The lineup of speakers like this one, go to the ticket price. I don't know if there's ever been an event put together with a lineup of speakers like this one. Go to the ticket prices for this in Miami. Lowest level is what, $100, $200, and $1,000 a ticket. But if you use the code Patrick when you register, I believe you get a 25% discount. I don't know if there's ever been an event.
I'm going. Dude, I'm actually going. I got the ticket. I used the discount code. I am going to see Patrick Bet David in person. Can you believe that? My hero, Patrick Bet-David, I'm going to go see him in person. It's going to be awesome. Can you imagine? It's going to be great. Dude, it's going to be hilarious. Come on, man. How could I say no to seeing Patrick Bet-David live? What? Maria Corina Machado's going to be, I'm going to be like, Maria, I'm a reasonable guy. I know I can't be the president of Venezuela. I know that has to be you. Can I be the minister of culture with a fat salary? Please. It's going to be hilarious, man. Dude, imagine the audience. It's going to be fun. It's going to be hilarious. Man. Fuentes says, NYC's about to FAFA. We'll see. Arya says, my daughter accuses everything of just being AI. The next generation is going to believe anything they see. And they will be liberated because of that, Arya. Why would we believe our lying eyes? Our eyes have lied us into wars, into terrible things. It's better to assume it's all fake, because it is. Fuentes says, once we have digital ID and digital currency, it's all over. Social credit score will be next. Dude, I'll take a social credit score and a digital ID. It fucking works, man. It's better than this. The no-fly list and all this crap. Tell me how I can get my social credit score up and I will follow the rules. It's more liberating than like, oh, you've been debanked. For what reason? I don't know. You've been TFR'd by a credit card processor. Why? I don't know. Digital ID would be more fair. And digital ID would be so much more convenient. You can forget your wallet, but do you ever forget your phone? Absolutely not. That's just my China bias. That's my China bias. I'll admit it. I got the Deng Xiaoping plate right here. That's just my China bias. I'm sorry. Arya says, oh my gosh, take a video. I think I'm going to stream with her. You got to take a pic with her. I want to go up to him. I hope I can and be like, Pat, Mr. Bet-David, I'm a huge fan. Can you please connect me with Piers Morgan? Just, Haluche, what's up? I agree. Nick Fuentes got debanked, right? Yeah, but a lot of people get debanked beyond politics, man. Dude, do you know how hard it is to open? I'm a smoker, okay? I don't care what you think. I like tobacco. I like nicotine. I like nicotine pouches. I like fucking cigars. I like cigarettes. I don't care what you think. I like it. Do you know how hard it is to get a credit card processor for a cigar store? It has become impossible. Everyone gets fucked all the time. If you had a social credit score that was like, oh, your social credit score is at 100, you can get digital processing, it'd be great. It'd be a lot better than this opaque system. Let's continue with Schizo Watch. We got, this is pretty funny, man. This is pretty crazy. I don't know if it's a troll or not, but either way, it's hilarious.
Hi, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why are you flying a Hezbollah flag?
Because I support Hezbollah, Hamas, the PLO. I support China, Russia. I support North Korea. I don't support
Why do you
America.
support terror proxies?
Because America is a terrorist state, and so is Israel.
Well, you can disagree with American foreign policy, but this is literally a flag of a terrorist state.
Well, Kamala and Trump.
I'm pro-Palestine, and I would never fly that flag.
Kamala's a fascist. You're
what
a fascist.
do you know about Hezbollah?
You're a fascist.
What do you know about Hezbollah?
You're a fascist.
What do you know about Hezbollah?
That they kill Americans who occupy countries they shouldn't be in. So fuck America and fuck you, faggot.
Oh my God, dude. I love it. Why debate? He has his position. Why are you approaching it? Why are you ruining his vibe? Dude, if you support something, I may ask questions. I'm not going to debate you on it. He cares about it enough to have a flag. I'm not a Hezbollah supporter. I am not. All I'm saying is, if I'm wearing a Ronald Reagan shirt, you shouldn't come up and ask me why I'm wearing it. Or a Deng Xiaoping shirt. Leave me alone. I'm not here to debate. Everybody says saying this while holding his dog, dude, hilarious, man. Matt, this is what your response should be to debate. You're a fascist, go away. You're a communist, go away. Make something up. Dude, back in the day in college, we used to have these evangelical pastors show up and they would preach against like gay people and stuff. And I didn't really give a shit. I don't give a fuck about any of that stuff. Like, it's legal. What are we going to do? Reverse? It's not going to get reversed. And one time he was yelling at people and he was like, "You're a lesbian." And then I was like, you're the real lesbian. And I started like a chant. I was like, you're the lesbian. And he was like so off guard. He was like, what? I'm not the lesbian. And he's a man, you know? And I'm like, you're a lesbian. So that's my response to debate. Just make it absurd. Make it absurd. Flat says, and you're cool with that. Cool with what? Dude, people get to have their positions, dude. We're not here to micromanage people or tell them how to live. People choose how to live, you know? And he said the F slur. Yeah. Everything didn't expect it either. The Tyler Bros would love him. Unironically. Yeah, man. It must be tough being a Hezbollah supporter in America, man. I wouldn't do. I don't suggest you do this. This is a bad idea. Even if you support Hezbollah. He said China, you know. But, yeah. Exactly. Arya says, that's what Mehdi said on Jubilee. I'm not going to debate you because you're a fascist. But the thing is, he's on the debate stage, so it defeats the purpose. If you just go, I'm not doing it at all. Dude, and I had to show this again for Schizo Watch. This is our last bit of Schizo Watch. Because it really reminded me of the Joker. Like, I love the ending of this Cuomo. Dude, this is the best ad Cuomo made. We have to replay it.
I'm a criminal.
I'm a criminal.
Yep. I'm a criminal. For Zoran! For Zoran Mamdani!
I didn't have a real job until I was 30, but sure, give me the keys to the city. What's the worst that can happen?
Dude, I was really thinking about this today. I was really thinking, and it really reminded me of The Dark Knight. I looked up the scene I think it was in the hospital, where Heath Ledger's like, I want to do a Zoran impression as the Joker. I want to make a video next week. Zoran Mamdani is literally the Joker. Look at what I did to this city with a couple of TikToks and a couple of shirts. The schemers. Like, dude, this is awesome, bro. If you want to vote for Joker, vote for Zoran. Like, how could they do this? This is so funny. This is hilarious. The best ad. Like, he should just do the Joker impression. Zoran should come out in the Joker makeup. Look at what I did. This. No one freaks out. If I say I'm going to kill some grannies and slap some fannies, no one bats an eye because it's part of the plan. But I want one little bust to be free, and everybody loses their minds. Like, dude, it writes itself. It's so good. He's the greatest. The greatest. It's so good. Fullhead says, please tell me the truth. I'll just go my own way. I promise you. What do you mean, man? What truth are you looking for? This is such a great ad. It's so good. So good. Haluche says, Muslims love converting YouTube people. They almost converted me, to be honest. Yeah, they have an effective YouTube campaign. There's a guy, Muhammad Hijab, who does it. It's not my thing, dude. I respect the Muslim faith, but it's just not my thing. I don't vibe with it. I'm just Catholic. I'm a postmodern Catholic. You know, that's. But I love their countries, and I loved Medina. I loved seeing the holy mosque that Muhammad built. Like, that was pretty cool, you know? And yeah, Tope, it's on YouTube. They do this on YouTube. All right, let's get to our first story. That's the end of Schizo Watch. All right, so now we have to get to our first story, the most boring story that we have, which is President Trump. Dude, he might run for a third term. Oh, white people. Yeah. Dude, they loved me. And they're so nice, man, the Muslims. Like, they're always trying to convert you, but in the nicest way. Like, they were like, oh, my God, you are Hispanic. Al-Andalus. Oh, my God. One day. And I was like, bro, I'm sorry, man. We're not going back to that. I'm sorry. We won the Reconquista. It's not going to happen. So let's start with this. This is pretty interesting. So Donald Trump is tearing down the East Wing, okay? Some people might be mad about it. At first, I'll admit, I was a little confused. And I saw here this tweet from, let me make this big, Tina Smith, Senator Tina Smith, who said, my dad, 95, is an opinion. Can anyone believe what that asshole has done to our house? I thought about this. I contemplated it. All right. I really sat down and I was thinking, what did Trump do to make them that mad? Why am I feeling some kind of way about this too? I used to be a member of the Miami Historical Society. And what I realize here, man, I hate everything's going to get this, is that Trump is a real Baudrillardian, bro. And he is here to free us. He is here to unburden us by what has been. Okay? He is here to save us from worldly possession. Notice the verbiage. Can anyone believe what that asshole has done to our house? Our house? Where's the fucking deed? Where's the deed? I need my percentage. That's not my house. It's not my house. But you think it's your house. Oh, you think it's your house. Why? Because the government... Oh, thank you, Haluche. We're going to get some air horns. Some shekels. I appreciate it, sir. I appreciate it. Let me write you a comment here. I appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Haluche. Look, our house. It's not our house, dude. It's their house. It's Tina Smith's house. And if Donald Trump tore down the whole White House and he liberated us from this cop in our mind, from this White House in our mind, it's not ours, man. It never was. Maybe except when Andrew Jackson invited everyone in there that one time. But it's not our house. We must, dude, in the words of Muslim scholars, deen over dunya. This is dunya. This is material worldly possession. And you don't even own it. Tear down the whole thing. Tear it all down. Tear it down. Tear down these prisons that keep us attached to this. Tear it down, please. Please. I can't feel anymore. I can't feel anymore. Just tear it down. The only things that are real are pain and death. I fell while I was playing tennis on my wrist. It doesn't hurt anymore. And in my old Western way of thinking, I would have been, damn, I hurt myself. But I was like, this is real. I need to enjoy it. I need to enjoy this. And it's not real like self-harm. That's stupid. That's still fake. I fell by accident and I hurt myself, and that was real. For a moment, I felt real, okay? I felt like a real person. And when he tears down the White House, it should not hurt me because it's not my house. Where is the deed? Where is the deed in my name? It's not my house. Leave me alone. I do not want to be tormented by this house that is not mine. So that's what I thought of this White House thing. Let's catch up with our chats. Halucha says, but hey, Crusades happen for a reason. Yeah, Crusades, there's a lot of revisionism on them these days, which is interesting. I think it's a very interesting period. Dude, Catholics kind of won the whole Crusades, all right? Oh, you're going to massacre the Latins, Constantinople? All right. We'll see what happens. But I love the Orthodox. I love the Orthodox. We're brothers in Christ. The Protestants, if you want to make yourself crazy, go ahead. Tope says, wait, our house? Our house. It's not my house. It's not your house. We don't own any equity. If it were my house, I would like to sell a little bit of it so I could have some money for food, please. Or for a Lamborghini. How about that? If it's our house, why don't we all sell our shares and buy ourselves a nice Baudrillardian Lamborghini? Why don't we do that? What are we talking about, folks? And everything. So speaking of the White House, one of my favorite clips of Trump is when he was getting interviewed in the White House and he pressed his Coca-Cola button and called it the nuke button. That was a great moment. And the only reaction the interviewer got out of him is, oh, oh man, the master. Halucha says, our house in the middle of our street. Dude, like, Madness. That's their only song that's good. I've tried to listen to more of it, but they really were a one-hit wonder, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to be a one-hit wonder. But they're no Velvet Underground. Velvet Underground fans, check in. Everything says every president does their own stuff with the White House. But just Tear it all down, man. Tear it down. Do it on Zoom. Tear it all down. Leave me alone. Leave me out of it. I don't want to think about the White House in my head. It doesn't exist. It doesn't. I visited once on a field trip and I saw Bo Obama take a poop. The dog. I literally saw that. That's my only memory of the White House. Okay. Tear it down. Thank you, Full Hat, for sharing the channel. Yeah, it varies from like stream to stream, but I do the show for the love of it, man. This is my mental health. I Everything says Eisenhower killed a bunch of squirrels to build a golf course, if I remember. That's crazy. That's crazy. Who are the quiet ones? I don't know what you mean. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. This is Trump today. So Larry Ellison owns the military now? Let's just watch and see. This is pretty interesting about how they're funding the military during the government shutdown.
Do I have a name for the... I won't get into that now. Yeah, go ahead, please.
In the next couple of days, a lot of Americans are going to go without their first full paychecks, federal workers.
By the way, a friend of mine, talking about donors, a friend of mine, a man that's great, I'm not going to use his name unless he lets me do it. Susie can tell you about this, but he called us the other day and he said, I'd like to contribute any shortfall you have because of the Democrat shutdown. I'd like to personally contribute any shortfall you have with the military, because I love the military and I love the country, and any shortfall, if there's a shortfall, I'll contribute it. And today he sent us a check for $130 million.
Can you share who that is?
I would love to tell you. He doesn't really want the recognition, if you want to know the truth.
So that's probably Larry Ellison, I assume. Dude, our military's private now? Libertarians, check in. Libertarians, please. Please. I thought this is what we wanted. We wanted a private military, private everything. Where are the libertarians at? Oh, you didn't want that. Be careful what you wish for. Now Trump has his own private army funded by tech overlords. What does that mean? Let's continue with Trump. A little break here. Let's see Trump here. Former cabinet secretaries to state legislators. Many women from cabinet secretaries to state legislators. Many women in today's GOP have one thing in common. They all got their start in public life by winning beauty pageants. This is who's running our government, folks. This is who's running our government. Beauty pageants. I mean, come on. Come on. Are we serious here? Are we serious here? Are we serious here, dude? If you're a white woman, get in a beauty pageant. I can't do it. Look. I'm just a simple spick, okay? I pick fruit, I fix cars, I run for mice. That's all I do, all day, okay? I'm a wetback. I can't do it. I can't win the white woman beauty pageant. But if you're a white woman, go win a beauty pageant and you'll be the Treasury Secretary. Go do it. Go do it. Go do it. Can't be that hard. You'll probably have to get some Botox. Come on, dude. A lowly spick like myself cannot do this. Arya says, the ballroom is just a grift. No way that ballroom cost $300 million. Arya, but I told you, dude, my friend who worked in the Vance admin told me $700 million a year on police alone in Palm Beach. Crazy. All right, everything says a private GigaChad military. Eric Prince, where are you, Eric Prince? Milton Friedman. Wake up, Milton Friedman. Milton Friedman, we privatized the military. Milton Friedman. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Halucha says, I love your commentary, Leo. I'm right wing, but your commentary kind of grounds me to realize the bad apples among us. Also, Republicans still shilling for... Yes. I have no problem with right wingers, as I've repeatedly said. I don't identify with anything, really. I just hate conservatives, dude. I hate conservatism, which is not being right wing. Conservatism is just a cancer in the brain. I hate conservatism. I guess Nick Fuentes and I agree. We're going to get to that next. Full Hat says Obama can't even get his library built. You mean the Death Star? Arya says, beauty pageants where Epstein found a lot of girls too, thanks to Trump. Yeah. 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 Full Hat says, don't you even try to play the victim card. I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim. No victim mindset. I'm just a lowly spick. I go out to the strawberry fields in the morning. Laborando, siempre laborando. Just working and working. And then I go home to my spick wife and my spick kids, and we hide from ICE. That's what we do. That's what we do. Like, I can't lie. No, Leo, you're Anne Frank. I'm Anne Frank. Please hide me in the attic. Oh my God. Trump is building a secret bunker underneath the ballroom so when he becomes king, he can. No way, Full Hat. No way. No way. All right. And this is to finish off Trump. This is Joe Wiesenthal, who's actually a serious Bloomberg reporter. Dude, it's Friday. It's Bill Maher Day. What? First time ever seeing an analyst note detailing how Trump would attempt to secure a third term. We're doing this, folks. We're doing the third term. The loophole Bannon is likely hinting at, Steve Bannon, is that pro-Trump voices could try to argue that the eligibility criteria referred to in the 12th Amendment include only the factors that were applicable at the time the amendment was passed. We're doing this, folks. Let's play here a little bit of Steve Bannon talking about it. The third term is coming.
He's going to get a third term. So Trump 28. Trump is going to be president 28, and people just ought to get accommodated with that.
So what about the 22nd Amendment?
There's many different alternatives. At the appropriate time, we'll lay out what the plan is, but there's a plan. We had longer odds in 16 and longer odds in 24 than we got in 28. And President Trump will be the president of the United States, and the country needs him to be president of the United States. We have to finish what we started. Trump is a vehicle. I know this will drive you guys crazy, but he's a vehicle of divine providence. He's an instrument. He's very imperfect. He's not churchy, not particularly religious, but he's an instrument of divine will, and you can tell this of how he's pulled this off. We need him for at least one more term, right? And he'll get that in 28.
You're not driving me crazy. I'm really I'm trying to understand the coherence of the things you've just told me. On the one hand, you've said the Constitution is fit for purpose. Secondly, you've said that President Trump needs another term, even though the 22nd Amendment makes pretty clear that he cannot have another term.
Why does it make that clear?
Because he's on his second term already.
At some point in time, we will make sure we go through, Zanny, and define all those terms.
But you will be undermining the spirit of that amendment, even if you find some way around it.
If the American people...
Look, Steve Bannon, I met him. I have met him. He's a likable guy. I think he's a smart guy. I know some people say he's racist. He didn't say anything to me, the fruit picker. But I can please, Donald Trump, if you can hear me, do not do the third term thing. Because if Donald Trump does the third term thing, that means that Bill Maher was right. And over my dead body is Bill Maher right. I hate Bill Maher. I cannot give him a victory, dude. I can't do it. I can't do it. The slow-moving coup bullshit. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. If Bill Maher is right, dude, I'd rather be dead. I'd rather be dead than in a world where Bill Maher is right. And Bannon is a serious guy, dude. He predicted the Pope. He knew who the Pope was going to be. And Trump's gonna live forever. I am no longer like one of these people. Oh, he's gonna pass on. He's not. I'm not wishing death on the guy. I just literally did not know that he could live this long. Like, he lives a long time. He's a very healthy guy, it seems. Please don't let Bill Maher be right. Please, I cannot stand Bill Maher. Do not let him be right. If you stay for a third term, Donald Trump, I might just jump off the Brooklyn Bridge. All right, let's continue. Let's catch up with our chats before we get to Nick Fuentes. Forehead says, I served a long time with many men in the United States Marine Corps, and every one of those individuals would have put their life on the line for my own as I would for them. Yeah, man, I've seen that documentary about Afghanistan, Restrepo, and you really see that. It's very interesting to see how war works. Racism is hot, and it's a choice. It's a product of circumstance. Yeah, I don't really like the word racism myself, friend. Racism is... I don't know. Can you be racist towards Hispanics? That's not even a real word where we come from. Well, Hispanic is, but Latino isn't, you know. That was invented by the French. I think there's just discrimination, prejudice. No need to label it, you know. It makes things more complicated. But yeah, racism, I'm not sure if it's a choice. You know, like it's happened to me, man. Out in Georgia, it's happened. But I move on. I understand why it happens. I move on from it. I don't care, man. I don't care if people have notions about me. I don't care. I'm just a lowly fruit picker. All I know is how to pick fruit. Arya says, LOL, then Barack might run against Trump. Watch. The way they're doing it, I don't think so, Arya. Because they're playing with the 12th Amendment, not the 22nd. So it could disqualify Obama. But either way, I don't want Obama in office. That would suck again. Oh my God. Imagine Obama again. Come on. Obama. Ugh. Haluchi says, real question here, Leo. There are things you would theoretically value to conserve, right? Like culture, rule of law, morals, and ethics. When you say conservatism, what do you refer to exactly that you despise? I don't agree with rule of law in the sense of Roman or common law. I think we can move to something better. When I hate conservatism is I hate this Bill Buckley invented movement from the 50s and 60s where these guys just complain all the time. They don't do anything. They don't have any balls. All I have in this life is my word and my balls, you know? And they don't do it. All they do is complain and complain and complain. And I can't stand complaining, man. I really don't. I really don't like it. Look, man, I'm Latin American by blood. So in our countries, conservatism is like this weird thing that doesn't exist, okay? It was invented by the CIA a little bit, but we have real right-wingers down there, real left-wingers. And this conservatism thing of like, oh, we just have to stop allowing trans people in sports. Dude, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Why are we wasting? They printed 2 trillion in 10 months. That's what I would talk about if I were a conservative. I just can't stand that complaining, you know? And like focusing on these like silly issues that sure they matter in some sense, but there's no vision. I want a vision. I want a vision, you know? Xi Jinping has a vision. Salvador Allende had a vision. Pinochet had a vision. Even though he was a conservative too, but whatever. He had more of a vision than anyone here. Fidel Castro had a vision. Joseph Stalin had a vision. Deng Xiaoping had a vision. Francisco Franco had a vision. Conservatism, no vision. Conservatism is, can I grill, bro? Can I just grill over? No. They don't know about movies. They don't know about art. They don't know about anything. And they make up history. We showed it this last week. Glenn Beck saying that Thomas Jefferson was anti-slavery. Brother, he had his own kids live in slavery. Why are we pretending? You can still like the guy. You know, that's the stuff I can't stand, Haluche. I don't mind right-wingers. I like right-wingers. I hang out. Dude, my buddies are all communists or like, what do you call integralists or like phalangists. Like all my buddies are like extreme, you know? I also have a lot of sensible centrist buddies like myself. But I just can't stand a normie conservative. Like, I drink my Bud Light. I grill on my grill. That stuff, it makes me lose my mind. It really does. I had everything says he's doing it for the love of the game. Got to respect it. Yeah, Steve Bannon's been disavowed by Trump and he's doing this. It's crazy. It's crazy. Full says Barack Obama's going to be in jail. I don't think so, man. But your words to God's ear, to God's ears. Will says Jon Stewart versus Tucker Carlson 28. Jon Stewart loses. He's too short. Sorry. I'm sorry. He's too short. I'm 5'9", dude. I'm not saying it to make fun of him. I'm not a particularly tall guy. I'm actually 5'9". I'm not 5'8". I'm 5'9". I'm 5'10" in shoes. Okay. But he's too short. He's too short, Will. He cannot win. He cannot win. Full says, bye. Why bye? Stay, man. Okay, I figured it out. My definition of you would be a pacifist. Baudrillardian, brother. Arya says, remember in the debate where Cuomo tried to disparage Mamdani by saying he didn't like Obama? I bet a lot of people like Mamdani more for not liking Obama. Excuse me. Yes. And Full says, my Colombian grandmother told me that Venezuelan boys have small balls. We're not, dude. When the Copa America's on, bro, that's when I get real anti-Colombian real quick. So I can't go into the Colombian hate. We are a peace channel. Let's start here. We got to get to the Nick Fuentes main story, who hates conservatives, too. I'm not a Nick Fuentes fan. I don't really watch his work. I'm aware of him through Twitter. I hate everything wanted us to talk about him, and he posted some interesting stuff. First, I'd start with this. By the way, this is what I mean, Haluche. This is what I imagine a conservative as. The Punisher logo, J.D. Vance, Blaze Media, Babylon Bee, Daily Wire, Black Rifle. That's a conservative to me. And I like that you said you're right wing, man, because this I can't stand. This is the conservative that I know. And I hate them. I hate these people. I hate them. They're terrible. All right, let's continue with, let's get to, this was a pretty funny meme here. They got a picture of Candace Owens' behind. I cannot believe George Farmer proposed to Candace over a video call. I did not know Candace Owens. I'm sorry, Candace Owens. I was unfamiliar with your game. I still don't like her, but we got to credit where credit's due. Let's continue here. So here we have, this was pretty funny. This is Nick Fuentes roasting Candace Owens, as we did here, over the screenshots that she released and saying that Trump killed him.
The way they are doing him, it's disgusting. The way that she is taking advantage of this for her own benefit. Talk about milking it. Dude, his udders are chapped. The way that she is milking this tragedy and his death, it's actually disgusting. Posting screenshots of their texts, it's been almost 2 months. What purpose does this serve? Anyway, she posts a screenshot. This is Charlie. In 2018, he sends her a screenshot from his phone. He's listening to Monster by Kanye off of Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. He says, yeah. He says, yeah. He said, and by the way, for those that don't know, Monster from Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Nicki Minaj is featured on the song. Okay. So the Barbs love this song. He goes, yeah. She says, oh my gosh, Nicki's verse on that is the best. Then he quotes the song. He says, first things first, I eat your brains. She says, yes. Oh my gosh. This makes me so happy. Oh, man. Dude, you do not have to do him like this. Why are you doing my man so dirty like this? That's part one. Part two, we'll pull up. Let the man rest. Charlie says, Sasquatch, Godzilla, this is more lyrics from the song. Godzilla, King Kong, Loch Ness, Goblin, Ghoul, Zombie with no conscience. And then he does this emoji. I'm getting secondhand embarrassment, and he's dead, okay?
All right. Anyone who's watched the channel knows I did not like Charlie Kirk. I did not expect to agree with Nick Fuentes on this, dude. Is it me and Nick Fuentes the only people who actually mourned this guy? Did everyone else just move on? Why is she releasing this stuff? It's so fucked up. It makes him look... I don't think he would have liked this leaked in life, much less in death. And Nick Fuentes is the voice of reason. Let's continue. Let's continue.
He says, when Nicki drops, I lose my mind. She replies, she is the best. I do my weights to that song. Jay-Z's verse is amazing too. Makes me think of where I'm at. All I get is these fake fucks with no fangs trying to draw blood from my ice cold veins. That's another lyric. Yes, it gets the blood flowing. I am about to run a few miles jamming to it. Candace replies, I am loving your hip hop development. I'm deceased. That's it. I'm dead. I'm deceased. How could she do him so dirty like this? She is... Candace, you're not doing what you think you're doing. This is wrong, okay? This is wrong. This is wrong. This is not right. Why are you exposing him for queening out like this? What is the point of this? What is the matter with you? I replied, I said, damn, you didn't have to expose him like this. What is even the point? How about some evidence? Listen, Candace, if you're going to accuse his wife, the president, Emmanuel Macron, Egypt, of killing him, show us the evidence. Stop exposing him for queening out a little bit to Nicki Minaj and Monster. Those are the texts we want to see. What is the purpose of this other than to embarrass your friend? This is getting a little ridiculous. And I'm joking a little bit, of course, because, yeah, the text messages it's a little revealing, okay? It's a little revealing.
Why is it that only me and Nick Fuentes, I guess it's because we're both Hispanic and around the same age or something, have the same criticism of Candace Owens, dude? How can you expose Charlie Kirk? Look, man, it's okay to be a little fruity or something. I don't know. I'm not fruity myself, but you know what? I have a pair of pink Italian loafers that I got custom made, okay? It cost me a pretty penny. Maybe sometimes I have my tendencies, okay? I like to wear fine Italian shoes. I like it. But when I die, don't post my fine Italian pink shoes. Like, what are we doing here, dude? He was married. This is not appropriate. Why would you expose Charlie Kirk as a fruity guy? It's not okay, man. It's not okay. And I just don't get how Nick Fuentes is the guy who makes the most sense here. No one else is saying this to this reaction. Everyone, oh, poor Charlie. You don't care about Charlie Kirk. I did not like him. I hated Charlie Kirk. But I would never do this to him. This is so mean. It's fucked up, man. And we have more clips to go through. Let's catch up with the chats. What was the Candace Owens thing? Well, we saw it. She got a Venezuelan butt lift, says full hat. Yeah, yep, absolutely. I had everything caked up. Haluche says, okay, I get what you mean, and I hate to have the same problem with conservatives in that regard. You can see the lack of culture in conservative music. Dude, the conservative music. The conservative halftime show is going to be awesome with Lara Trump. Dude, conservatives it's a lost cause, conservatism. I don't get it. Full hat says, hi, the constitutional conservatives do not sign with Candace Owens whatsoever. I think so. I think so, man, because if you co-sign this conspiracy theorist, which is what she is at this point, you're going crazy. He says, I love the conspiracy people. I've been saying that Nick and Candace are secretly in love with each other. Will says, that emoji is crazy. Dude, he was sending, look, if you're a little fruity in private, why would you show that publicly once they're passed? It's not good. It's not good. Arya, he's just a fruity guy, in private. I'm not saying that he was gay, but I'm telling you, if I died and my friends were posting my pink shoes, I don't know, my Aqua de Gio, my cuticle oil, I would not like that. I want to be remembered as a manly fruit picker, as a manly spick, Yes, it makes him look gay, exactly. Everything says the absence of evidence, not the evidence of absence. Let's not call Charlie gay now that he's gone. We can't do that. And Fuad says, I'm sharing your channel. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. The rules don't apply this week. We can talk about the channel. Let's continue, man. He's got some good takes this week, man. I got to give it to him. I guess. Am I becoming... Is this what it would be to be a groiper? I really don't follow the guy or know what he does, but this was a pretty good take I saw on Twitter.
Indiana Groy.
I never heard that one
Have you
before.
listened to Daryl Cooper's most recent pod on World War I and World War II? It was so good. Highly recommend. Not trying to get you in trouble, but the way he described Hitler during his time as a soldier in World War I reminded me of you, in terms of his personality. Also top 5 overrated movies.
Ugh. Okay, I'll listen to that. Overrated movies? I don't know, man. American Psycho, Lord of the Rings. Let's see, what else? Fight Club, gay. If you like Fight Club, you're a faggot, and I seriously don't like you. Movies for gays. Movies for gay guys. Gay guys and pussies. What else? American Psycho was made by a woman for gays. Fight Club for gays. Lord of the Rings for gays. If you are a grown-ass man watching a movie about little hobbits crying and hugging and faggoting it up, you belong in the Pride Parade, okay? That lost at the ballot box in November. We're done with that. What else is overrated? Trying to think. Oh, Saving Private Ryan, Tom Hanks, gay. Matt Damon, also gay. And Steven Spielberg sucks. Movie sucks. What else? Number 5 overrated. I would say, it's hard off the top of my head. Overrated number 5 would be, let's see. What else is highly rated?
Listen, man, I can't co-sign this list. I can't. This is where our Hispanic brains depart, okay? Fight Club is a great one. All right, I love Fight Club. It's great. American Psycho is great. My favorite movie is directed by a woman. It's Beau Travail. Lord of the Rings, I hate. I hate Lord of the Rings. It was terrible. Saving Private Ryan sucks. I agree. And Forrest Gump sucks. I thought I'd just throw this one in here because I got to defend Fight Club. Fight Club's a great movie, man. Fight Club's a good one. David Fincher's a legend. But Lord of the Rings, I'm glad people are turning on Lord of the Rings. I do not like Lord of the Rings, man. I cannot stand it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. It's not good. I have the Jay and Silent Bob critique of it. I don't like it. So I thought it's a pretty good list, except for American Psycho and Fight Club. Those are good movies. But we have to get to the serious part here. We have to get to where he says what I've been saying. I hate conservatives. I hate and he hates them too. Even in where he lives. Dude, it's like, what? How are we in this much agreement? I never thought I would agree with this guy on so much. Let's catch up with the chat. Saluche says, kudos to Nick. Kudos to Nick, bro. Lord of the Rings, I really can't stand. I'm glad people are calling it out. I did not like it. I did not care when Amazon remade it. It was not very good. Arya says, all right. I can't throw that on people. Will says it too. I don't know, guys. I don't know. As I said, I don't follow this guy's work. I don't know who he is. I just see the clips on Twitter. And I thought this was a good take. This is where we're going to show it. Haluche says, damn, you don't like Fight Club? Right, Fight Club is great. Fight Club is a great movie. It's so good. It's so good. I love it. Forehead says, I'm 47. I sure do miss the 80s and early 90s. 90s had good movies, man. Absolutely. Haluche says, hobbits are unironically the perfect fictional representation of conservatives. Dude, I was not able to finish the first Lord of the Rings movie. I tried to watch it, and this is so boring. How do people watch this? It's so boring. I hate it because tech people love it too. I hate it. I hate it. Ari doesn't like Lord of the Rings. I just didn't like it. And American Psycho's great, yeah. I hate everything. Says, this is why I like Nick Fuentes' No Filter. And no, he's in love with Candace Owens. Let's watch this clip, which was pretty good, man. I'm glad people are... Dude, Hispanics, bro, are we going to save the world? Because this is so true. This is why I love living in a liberal city.
Mother of Groipling sent $50. How do you tolerate living in such a liberal area? I live in Lombard and every year gets darker. Makes me and my husband want to move to our cabin in the Y North Woods. But we'd be leaving jobs/families behind. So hard. Off topic. I'm a Berwyn-born Serb. Have you ever tried Serbian cevapi? So good. You should check out Skadarlija in Brookfield. Great food.
I don't tolerate it. I love it. I love living in a liberal area. I love living in a liberal area. I like it. I don't want to be in a conservative area where everybody's going to be carrying on, being all conservative. I like I like the alienation. You want to know why? Nobody, aside from the usual blacks, which is easily avoidable, nobody gives you a hard time. Nobody bothers you at all. You get in, get out of everything clean. People are rude. And, so you don't find yourself in like big, long conversations. Some of them don't even speak English. The less talking, the better. So I don't mind it. Maybe when I have a family, I'll want to live in a conservative area, but for a single guy, it's great. It's a little dangerous. The food's great. You know, there's not a lot of carrying on. Like, what I like about it is there's just not a ton of rules. So you can kind of be a little bit of a jerk too. If you're in a conservative area, I'd be the biggest pariah in a conservative neighborhood. You know?
There he gets to the personal stuff. I could not agree more with Nick Fuentes, except for the black people thing. I actually like living in a liberal area because I like having black people around me. All right. I like diversity. I actually do like diversity. I like it. I like it. Black people are cool, man. Do you know where, dude, you have to go eat the pig's feet on MLK Boulevard, dude. They're good. They're good. All right? I like black people. I don't have a problem with black people. So barring that, great take. This reminds me of the first time I went to California, to San Francisco. I was so enamored with it. I landed and I was like, whoa. You're telling me I can shop for free now? Gavin's not gonna put me in jail? Are you kidding? I left Best Buy with a drone and they couldn't stop me. What? Like, dude, the food was excellent. The people were not bothering you. Anytime you go to a quaint small town, it's the same thing, man. It's the same thing. And I like them. Look, I like chicken fried steak. I don't know, man. Like Athens, Georgia. There's cool stuff. But, dude, so on point, dude. I don't understand how this guy is even right wing, because what he's describing is just liberalism. I love liberalism. I love it. Okay, as a Bajalardian, I hate it, but I can't fight it. I can't fight it. Dude, come on, bro. Living in Miami, I get to go to the Nicaraguan neighborhood and get some great Nicaraguan food. I get to go to the black neighborhood. I get to get some great soul food. I get to go to the Cuban, well, the whole thing's a Cuban neighborhood, and I get some good Cuban food. People speak Spanish and English and Haitian Creole. I get to go to Little Haiti and look at the Toussaint Louverture statue. Come on, dude. And San Francisco is just something else, man. I'm telling you, bro, if you're ever broke, move to San Francisco. Food is free. It's free. You can speed. I was driving like a maniac. The police can't ask you, like in a conservative town, do you know why I pulled you over? They made that illegal. It's awesome, man. I could never do the conservative area, bro. It really does suck. Like, it sucks. And this is Florida, which is like liberal in nature, but it's conservative in government. So it's even cooler. You go to St. Pete. Can I go to a small town in Tennessee and have the Salvador Dali Museum? Can I go there and have the Fine Arts Museum? The James Museum? Can I go there and go to the Russian bakery? No, I can't do that. I can't do that. Liberal areas, man, they're just great. They're great. They're so good. Like, I can go to the Mexican neighborhood and get authentic Mexican food. How can I hate on this? Dude, liberalism, look, man, we should go full Epcot, man. Disney's another one, another visionary. Go full Epcot. That's a little Disney adult, but whatever. Liberal areas, man, I can't stand living in a conservative area. I just can't. I can't. And this hatred for them, I feel this, dude. You get so bored so quickly. So quickly. You gotta live in a city if you want to have fun. If it's not your vibe, that's fine. Let's catch up with the chats. Haluche says Nick Fuentes moderated a debate with Destiny, and he said to him that Hispanics are going to take all political parties and rule America and have families of 12 children per couple. Hey, that's kind of the direction, man. And I'm not one of these La Raza types or anything, but at some point it was Hispanic, at least the West. And it seems like it's going in that direction. I mean, Donald Trump is like an Hugo Chavez figure. Like that is true. He is an Hugo Chavez figure. So I think it's going to happen by hook or by crook, man. And all we do is pick the fruit. Why are you mad at me? No one cared about me till I started picking the fruit and fixing cars. You know, it's just not fair, you know? I think it's going to happen. I honestly think you guys know that I've seen the Richard Spencer Twitter. Dude, he says that the Democrats are going to become the white people party, and I can see that happening. I can see that happening. He says, one of my favorite Nick Fuentes is when a viewer asks him if he thinks Candace Owens... That's so funny. Aria says, I like NYC because ride the subway, see an Indian guy sitting next to me, an old white boomer sitting next to me, a little Asian guy sitting on the Mexican delivery guy with his bike, and nobody cares. Right. The diversity. Look, I get it. Some people are not fond of diversity. And I respect it. I get it. Like, you don't like it. But I love it, man. I really do love it. I love it. Dude, you have to be friends with everyone. Like in Bronx Tale, right? I get along with everybody on the bus. Why not? Dude, I get to go to museums. I get to eat good food. What do I get to do in Biloxi, Mississippi? What do I get to do? And maybe it's my problem. Maybe it's my problem. Maybe in the past I would have been happy doing, like, just living in a small area. But I don't know, man. Like, just these liberal areas, they're run. Okay, there's problems. Miami has crime. But you can avoid that, you know? You can go, dude, you can go start your night at the black nightclub, Red Rooster. You can go to the Hispanic nightclub, Guantanamera. You can go to the young people nightclub, 11. You could have fun, you know? It's just fun. And everything says, oh, excuse me. He's just playing a WWE character. Yeah, I can see that. He's a perfect heel. He's a heel. Aria says, does Miami have Chinatown too? We used to have a Koreatown that started, but it never took off. I've only been to the Chinatown I went to the one in New York and I went to the one in Montreal. Chinatown's cool. I like Chinatown, but dude, they have like secret police stations there. It's pretty crazy. Chinatown's a great movie. Forget it, Jake. Forget it, Aria. It's Chinatown. And everything says the real Chinatown, New York, is just Flushing, Queens. I did not see that part of New York. Full Hat says, we now have a Del Taco in Virginia Beach. I actually like Del Taco, dude. I tried it in... Where was that? In Orlando, and it was very good. I like Del Taco. Pajarito Lindo says, my husband wants to live in the middle of nowhere, Idaho, but he's addicted to buying $8 bags of specialty chips. Right, like you can't live there. You can't feel there. Vasilo says, liberal area is great for attending food establishments. You can't make it in the door without getting robbed or worse. Well, dude, it also depends on the liberal area, right? Because like in Miami, we're liberal, but we have open carry, so it doesn't really matter. I will say that in New York, I felt unsafe. Maybe if I grew up there, I wouldn't, but I did feel unsafe just because I had my Florida paranoia. And I'm like, where's my gun? Where's my Glock? I'm scared. Dude, they're going to rob me. I have no way to protect myself. I didn't even get a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. Your point's taken, Vasilos. Haluche says, I'm Texan. I feel the anti-Hispanic sentiment has died down besides Venezuelans, though. Yeah, dude, Venezuelans, dude. Look, this is the Venezuelan pill. You know those charts where they say like that people of the Jewish faith run everything? Dude, it's Venezuelans, dude. President of MIT, Venezuelan. President of the Harvard Latin American School, Venezuelan. Married to the potential prime minister of Canada, Venezuelan. Dude, we're everywhere. You guys are mad at the lowly Venezuelans, but we're everywhere. We are everywhere. And Full Hat says riverboat gambling. Right, I get to gamble. It's boring. And we'll save this for next time. This was a nice clip that he did talking about this. Since everyone's here now, let's go to YouTube and see if we have... Well, we can do Steven Crowder. We'll save Pierce for Monday. We have a Baudrillard greeting for everyone in the chat. The reason I pinned that one, we live in a twilight world, is because we have to identify each other in the wild, man. We have to know that we are Baudrillardians. And I'm just, as Baudrillard would, I'm just going to rip this off from a movie. We are going to use the greeting from Tenet, the underrated Christopher Nolan movie.
Live in a twilight world.
Make this big here so you guys can see.
We live in a twilight world.
And there are no friends at dusk.
I need that in the chat, dude. When we start the streams, I'm going to put, we live in a twilight world, And the response is, and there are no friends at dusk. And in person, if you meet each other, if you come across a Baudrillardian, just do it, man. We need to be the greatest sect of all time. All right? We live in a twilight world, and there are no friends at dusk. We have to rip it off, man, because this movie did not get enough praise. I had everything says, yeah, New York, you got to have a sixth sense. Yeah, dude, I was like, this place is dangerous. This is sketchy. But I didn't get robbed or anything. It was actually fine. It was just weird. Like, this guy came up to me and he was like, you want to buy Coke? And I was like, people buy Coke off the street when they're offered it? What is this? This is crazy. What are you selling? You're probably killing people, dude. That's the fentanyl, was the guy trying to sell me Coke in New York on the street. It's crazy. Padito Lindo says, why did your family emigrate to the U.S.? I'm just curious. Well, my father is Chilean, and he emigrated to Venezuela in the 70s because my grandfather was in charge of a port, Valparaiso. It's a very important port in Chile. My grandfather was Catholic, very Catholic, and he was protecting like these young commies, you know, like kids. You know, they were terrorists or whatever. They were placing bombs, but he was like, you know, he was like, you can't kill these people. And my dad was actually, he was a kid, but he was getting close to the kid of the head of the secret police, the Chilean Gestapo, the DINA. And that's when my grandfather was like, we're out of here, dude. We got to get out. He moved to Venezuela. My mother's from there. They met. And in the 90s, because my parents they're more liberal in the sense of like they believe in liberal democracy and all that. When my mother saw the attempted coups that Chavez did, she was like, I'm getting out. I got to get out while the goose is not cooked yet. We got to get out. Very smart. Very smart. So she was like, let's get out of here. Let's move to Miami. Miami's a nice place. And that's why. And they both had good careers and stuff, but they had to come over because they just couldn't handle it. Like the violence was getting really bad in the 90s too. That's what I hate about the Venezuela takes people have is that, dude, it was going down the drains before Chavez. Like, it was getting bad. I've told the story before, dude. My dad saw a guy get shot in his jugular. Like, it's pretty bad. Yeah, it's not great. So, it's not great. But yeah, that's why they came to Miami. The rest is history, folks. They should have gone to Mexico. Imagine me as a Mexican. Andale, hombre. You know, a Mexican nationalist. Fuad says, as long as you are a productive taxpaying member of society, you will be okay in the USA. I hope so. I hope so. Halucha says, first rule of King Leo, you do not talk about King Leo. The rules are suspended for this week, my friend. But yes. Fuad says, all of my comrades know who King Leo is. That's right. We're spreading the message. Barito Lindo says, crazy story. Yeah, it's a wild story, man. It's crazy because we could have been rich twice through like crony government. And my grandfather had played ball in Chile. He might have gone to jail after, but there was an amnesty. He was just running a port. He could have been rich. But Pinochet was trafficking drugs too, man. People don't talk about that, but he was trafficking. He made black cocaine to get it into the U.S. It was crazy. And my mother was like a poor background, but she was able to like become a lawyer in Venezuela and stuff. It's pretty crazy. Like, she was on her way. Dude, she had insider information on what was going on. That might be a reason. She hasn't told me. But like the day that the Caracazo happened, which was like this huge riot, she knew because her boss told her. She was like, some shit's going down. She was like, oh shit. He was like, go home. She went home. She was like, oh fuck, shit went down. They killed like, well, we don't know. Chavez says they killed like 1,000 people, but in reality, it's probably like a couple tens. I'm not saying it's good, you know, but you know, it's a wild story. They you know, if they hadn't messed up Chile or Venezuela. I mean, I'm rich, but like, you know, we're rich in spirit, but like, bro, imagine being an oligarch. You know, that would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. Like, I am the minister of coal of Venezuela. Excuse me. I am the minister of copper of Chile. Kneel before me, Scott Bessent. You know, just Arya says, feel way safer in NYC. I get you. I think it's a cultural thing. Like, if you grow up with guns, you're not really confused by it. But if you don't, you have the opposite feeling. You're like, oh, these guns, like, they're scary. To me, it's different, you know. But I get you, Ari. Fly says, we're going to double, if not triple, our number. Thank you, sir. Ivan says, just typical Latin Central American activities. Yeah, dude, everyone has the same story at the end of the day. Except for the oligarchs, dude. There's a lot of oligarchs that got out later. Rich to Miami. We might do a breakdown of some of those, man. There's a guy who owns all the car dealerships here. He's a Venezuelan guy. Yeah, his wife was the governor of, not Margarita, but another island. So pretty crazy. Mr. Elu, how you doing? King Leo would have been Claudius Sheinbaum's successor. Dude, I would love to be AMLO's successor. I love AMLO. He was a good guy. AMLO would be the best president to have in Mexico right now. All right, says King Leo, my grandpa was a pilot in Venezuela and had my dad, so my dad was born in Venezuela and came here with no English. My grandpa got the job as a pilot because the best planes were in Venezuela. My grandpa flew the Constellation. That's crazy. I knew a Venezuelan guy who had this weird name. It was like Winston Smith. And I was like, dude, he didn't speak English. I was like, what's the story? And he was like, oh, dude, my grandpa, he got drafted to Vietnam and he was like, I'm not doing that shit. Fuck it. And he went to Venezuela. That's so crazy. Mr. Elo says, do you claim to be a Baudrillardian to hide your power level? Brother, we are Baudrillardians. That is a legit label. Like, we are detached from the material. We have to be. That's the only way to win. Fuentes says, call, we lost approximately 58,000 in the Vietnam War. Look at how many people have lost this year to fentanyl. If you want to do talking points, this is one you should be talking about. We're going to do more fentanyl stuff, man. We're going to do it. And Pajarito Lindo says, all the Latin oligarchs find their way to Miami eventually. Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. This was for Schizo Watch. Let's get to Steven Crowder, because we still have 15 minutes. Perfect, yeah. This is what we were going to watch, man. We're going to watch it on Monday. I liked it. Perfect. You people are insane. 6 woke warriors try to prove Piers Morgan wrong. Dude, it's so good. It's so good. So we're going to watch Steven Crowder, who I've been very critical of. But, does he have a redemption arc? Does he have one? Let's see.
They're going to give Charlie Kirk a boulevard. They already did. They did in Israel. They gave him freaking boulevard. It's like, as soon as they give you a boulevard and a holiday, they definitely killed you. Okay, there's no question. They killed you. There's no way. That's like their signature thing. It's like that's what they do. It's the Fed signature. It's how they sign off after they murder you.
Candace Owens is an evil cunt. Just as I was...
What? Holy shit. Dude, what? Do we have to play this? Do we have to play it?
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Dude, Steven Crowder, the voice of reason? What's going on? Like, Nick Fuentes and Steven Crowder are the voices of reason. What?
I was about to go live on air. I was made aware, and you guys can correct me if I'm getting anything wrong, because this is coming in live. Candace Owens outright saying, and I want to be careful with my words here because she's not, and I know she'll give herself an out and say that's not what I was implying. But you watch this clip in its entirety, and it seems pretty blatant that she's saying, and people are interpreting it this way, which is also important, that the Trump administration, not whatever it was, we went from underground Jew tunnels, Mossad, the Trump administration killed Charlie Kirk.
I just really needed to just take a breather and really process everything that happened with Charlie and what it kind of means in terms of where we are. And I think it is a circumstance where we just know that he was truly betrayed in one of the most egregious ways that I think I've ever seen. It has made me lose faith in politics. It has made me fully lose faith in Trump. And my heart aches for the fact that he gave so much of his life to Trump and to politics. And they just were like, nope, that is it. It serves us or it doesn't serve us, and we want to move on. And so here's a holiday. Bro, if they try to give me a holiday, what is with them giving people a holiday after they kill them? Why is that a thing? You know what I mean? They're like, oh, Martin Luther King, what about this holiday? What about this boulevard? Anyways, let me knock it off. Like, they're going to give Charlie Kirk a boulevard. They already did. They did in Israel. They gave him freaking boulevard. It's like, as soon as they give you a boulevard and a holiday, they definitely killed you. Okay, there's no question. They killed you. There's no way. That's like their signature thing. It's like that's what they do. It's the Fed signature. It's how they sign off after they murder you. They're like holiday.
We saw this yesterday. I don't have to explain why this is insane.
In a boulevard, and it's never on the nice side of town either. Like Charlie Kirk Boulevard is not going to be a nice side of town. Anyways, I will be back on the 27th, you guys. Thank you guys for all the support throughout these couple of weeks, these last really kind of 6 weeks since Charlie died. And we will see you guys then.
Well, let me first be tactful here and tell you that outrageous claims, and this is an outrageous claim, require outrageous evidence.
What? Dude, what? This is not Tucker Carlson. This guy here is being... I don't like Steven Crowder, but he's requiring evidence?
Of course, as is par for the course, none has been presented. And I know that there might be an out, a weaseling here saying, oh, well, I said the Fed, not the Trump administration. I said a boulevard in Israel. It's pretty clear, not clear. What she said was, they, the Fed, give you a boulevard when that's a sure sign that they have killed you. You know that they have killed you. He was betrayed in the worst way possible, giving so much of his life to the Trump presidency, to politics. The federal government, the Trump administration killed Charlie Kirk is the claim. Now I'm going to tell you how I feel about it, what I think about it. Because you know who else would have to be involved? And this is the implication, of course, by design. And you can see the response with people out there saying, oh, well, then anyone who's close to, this is an inside job. You know who's really close to President Trump? And you know who people are now saying stood to gain? Well, Charlie's wife, Erica Kirk, who has now been put, Candace with that language, with this accusation, has put the wife of Charlie Kirk, and she'll say, that's not what I tried to do. It is. It's the result. Erica Kirk in the...
I disagree with this. I think Erica Kirk did not pull the trigger, but she was responsible for the spectacle, so she might as well have.
Crosshairs. It's not like you have to look through 6 degrees of separation. President Trump discussing how important his support has been. So if the Trump administration, if the Fed killed Charlie Kirk, look, there's no middle ground here right now. Either Erica Kirk is evil.
She's evil. She's the evil woman. We've been saying that. The evil woman.
And on it. Or Candace Owens is an evil...
No. All right. We can stop there. That's not the dichotomy. Okay. Erica Kirk is evil. All right. She's an evil woman. Evil woman. I've been saying this. Evil woman. But Steven Crowder expecting facts. I did not see this on my bingo card. Thank you, Steven Crowder. I never thought I would say those words. Thank you, Steven Crowder. Thank you. We can't. It was Israel. It was Emmanuel Macron. It was Trump. Dude, if she had just said one and stuck to it, maybe. But this is just sick, what she's doing now. I don't like it. And it's so off the top of her head. But what bothers me is the effect it has on society. It's not healthy to see people taking this stuff seriously. So Steven Crowder, I got to give him his laurels. Not how I would have put it, but dude, he went hard at her. Maybe this will get her to chill out a little bit. Maybe she'll make me less embarrassed to be American at the French airport. Mr. Elu says, if a guy with a Nazi tattoo can't have a redemption arc, why not Steven Crowder? Absolutely. Steven Crowder's on my good side. He's on my good side. We will refrain from Steven Crowder hate for a little bit, just for this. Fuentes says, actually go watch and listen to the facts. Even though I'm in the United States for the rain, I'm going to have to go ahead and say that the former Marine with a Nazi tattoo is a piece of shit. I'm a Donald Trump supporter and I do not support Nazis. Yeah, Graham, we got to talk about that at some point. I know you've been trying to sell me on Steven Crowder for a hat, but I've been resisting. But this changed my mind. Steven Crowder changed my mind. How about that? Mr. Elu says the true Bolivarian take is to let them fight. That's true. That's true. It's good for them to deconstruct each other. But for the sake of me going to the grocery store and not having to hear, yo, bro, have you heard that Candace Owens said that they killed Charlie Kirk, bro? That the feds did it. Thank you. I just want to buy my bananas. Please. I just need to buy my shovel for the fruit picking. Please, please. My gloves. I need to buy my wrench to fix cars. Please. So that's why I'm a little happy, all right? Let them fight is true. But if it makes my life a little better, you know. Mr. Elu says, didn't Candace Owens say that Stephen Crowder was sliding into DMs of her after the divorce? I did not know that. That's crazy. All right, he says, this guy takes so much testosterone. Crowder has problems. he's definitely on that trend. He's on that trend. Patty Delindo says, honestly, I agree with Candace. Sorry, Leo. What do you mean? But which version? Patty Delindo, which one? Which version? The Israel one, the one about the feds, which one? That's my issue. She didn't even stick to one. You know, it's too many. Fuentes says, wow, that's what happens when AI is in charge. What do you mean? Mr. Elu says Trump cares more about the ballroom than Charlie Kirk. Yeah, dude, Trump did him dirty. He did him dirty. ZM, I haven't seen you here before. She's crazy. She is pretty crazy. Arya says, Candace is really annoying. She's like an annoying middle school girl who just talks about everyone. Yeah. I mean, it's all gossip at this point. We try to be above gossip on this show. We're doing the meta politics. Mr. Elu says, have you seen the bikini pics of Eric Kirk? I have. Not my type. But you know, I don't like evil woman. Arya says, Trump and Stephen Miller, but no, I can't say that. Because some people would say Bonnie Blue is evil. And Bonnie Blue is the hero of the channel, dude. Check out the new video. Bonnie Blue is a hero. Arya says, Trump and Stephen Miller have a lot to gain from Kirk's theft. Now they scream about radical left lunatics and that's something to show. Yeah, but I don't know. Mr. Elu says, yeah, Erica Kirk did create a spectacle by crying over Charlie Kirk. That was the most disgusting one, man. It was so gross. Do you think Erica Kirk is a honeypot? I do think she is a honeypot, dude. I think that she was assigned to him. And he didn't even know. I think he was just a naive guy. I do think so. Body Delino says, Israel's so embedded with our feds essentially one body now. Required the FBI to come in and cover it up. I do think there was FBI malfeasance. I do. But I just, when we could focus on that. That's what I'm saying. If they focused on FBI malfeasance, a potential cover up, I'm with it. I love to question the feds. It's a good idea. But I just don't see like changing the perpetrators what gets me, Bahari Delino. I don't like it. Like it just makes people crazy. And that's all I have to say. That's our show, folks. Let's end here with this David Goggins clip that I love.
I like to get a bunch of men together.
Okay.
Men that are the hardest of the hard. And I want to be with these men.
Do you like?
That's for the weekend, man. I like to be with men that are the hardest of the hard. What? David Goggins, sus. We're doing the giveaway for the Saddam Hussein bill. If you chatted, you're in the running. I'm going to frame it for you for the 1,000 subscriber celebration. We have it here. The first victim of the Badralardian Wars. Rest now, brother. We have the watch. See you in Valhalla. All right. So you're in the running. You commented today through Thursday of next week. Rest now, brother. We're gonna love, dude. This is gonna be so good. We're watching this on Tuesday. This is so good. It's so good. It's so funny. Save it for Tuesday. Don't watch it on your own, man. Save it. It's so good. I'm telling you, it's gonna be so good. All right, everybody. I appreciate you guys showing up, especially on a Friday. It's Friday, dude. Tomorrow, go out. Go find a man or a woman. Have a one-night stand. Have some fun, man. We're Badralardians. Be like Bonnie Blue. Check out the new video. Live your life. Be liberated. Come on, dude. I know I don't have to tell this to most of the followers, but if you needed permission, go have fun. Go get laid. Go do something cool. Go ride a bicycle. Do some acid. No, don't do that. I don't condone that. Do something cool. All right? Go fix a car. Go pick some fruit. Step in my shoes for a day. Be empathetic for the Hispanic. Run from ICE. Go up to ICE and be like, hola, me llamo John. And just run away. See what happens, you know. Have fun this weekend. That's all we have. Fun. Barito Lindo says, why are you gay? Bill Maher Friday. Who's on Bill Maher? Let's check who's on Bill Maher. Let's see who's on Bill Maher. Who's on Bill Maher? Oh, who do we have? Who do we have? We have Governor Andy Beshear, Kate Begenfield, and Michael Steele. Michael Steele, I hate Michael Steele. This is going to be a great hate session. Oh my God, yes. Fucking an hour and 9 minutes of Michael Steele. I'm literally going to become the Joker. All right, everybody. You guys have a great night. Have a great weekend. Go have fun. Lock in. See you guys on Tuesday.
Change the world. My final message. Goodbye. Change the world. My final message. Goodbye. Change the world.